I hope you're doing good. Let's talk. Let's gist. Let's vibe. Today we're going to talk about what does it mean to love yourself? What is self-love? How can you know you have self-love? A lot of people claim to love themselves these days. Oh, I love myself so much, that's why I can't get involved with that. Oh, I love myself so much, that's why I can't do this or that. But sometimes, the proof is in the pudding. There's a difference between self-love and greed. There's a difference between self-love and distraction. There's a difference between self-love and competition. I'll explain. First of all, what is love? I know you all hear the expression that God is love. It's even in the Bible. God is love. And that same Bible tells you, love your neighbor as yourself. But how can you love your neighbor when you don't even love yourself? What will show that you love yourself? What is that signal? What is that trait? What are the characteristics that will show that, yes, I do love myself? Number one, you will be able to mind your own business. One very common trait about people that don't love themselves is their inability to mind their business. That's number one trait. That's how you know. Oh, I love myself so much. Mind your business. My car is better than yours. My house is better than yours. Look at him. He's not even doing well. Look at food. He claims that he's doing... Or focus on yourself. You know, carry anybody matter come this life. You cannot give anybody what you don't have. If you love yourself, you will continue to focus on yourself. You will continue to mind your business. The highest frequency is love. It isn't actually love, but I'll leave it at love because of this conversation. If the highest frequency is love, and God is love, and our consciousness, our soul is God, our body is the temple of God, doesn't that mean that when you love yourself, you are at the highest vibration, at the highest frequency of God? Walk with me. There are different chakras in the body. We have all these basic 7. There's way more, but I'll just talk about these basic 7. When you attain the highest frequency, that is, you've activated your crown chakra. Your crown chakra. Now you are vibrating on the frequency of love, because you can't be on the frequency of hatred. All low vibrational traits are found in the lower chakras. That's your root chakra, your sacral chakra. But as you begin to ascend in consciousness, so also the love in you grows. Walk with me. When that love grows, it gets to an extent with which you cannot mind any business that is not your own. Before you try to show any other person love, you have to show yourself love. Before you try to give to anyone, you must first give to yourself. So if somebody is telling you that, oh, I found a way, this is a sure way for you to go to heaven, and they are not in heaven themselves, that exposes the lie. Because they can't take you to where they are not in. They can't. And if God is love, and love is the highest frequency you can attain, doesn't it mean that vibrating on a level that makes you feel good, makes you feel exciting, makes you feel loved, makes you feel complete, doesn't that mean that that is heaven? People keep looking at the Bible in terms of, oh, it's a book, so it's talking about a place. All they think about is everything has to be physical, physical, physical. No. The power of heaven or hell is a mind state. If you're on a root chakra vibration, you'll attract a lot of low vibrational entities that will bring a lot of problems that will make that person experience the reality of hell. If you work on yourself, you do your shadow work, you meditate, you pour your libation, you honor your ancestors, you understand your origin, and you begin to work on certain traits and bad habits and drop them and enhance your skill, you will get to a level that you will know that, oh, I'm grateful for minding my business because now I know why I have to love myself. Because the love you're looking for out of you is already inside you. Let me explain. A lot of grown people are still kids inside them. They're still children. They're just older. If you observe the way a child wants attention, that's how old people need attention. They don't want it, they need it. Life is like this. When you love older people the way they need to be loved, you see there's a way they respond. They're grateful, they're thankful, they appreciate. When you show love to a younger one, how do they respond? Yes, they appreciate too, but they're more or less like, mommy, leave me, let me go and play. Daddy, oh, why are you trying to... You know why? They haven't seen a lot of things yet. They're still innocent, they're still naive. Only someone who has seen pain will appreciate love. Only someone who has seen lack that will appreciate plenty. Life is about polarities. If you have white, you have black. You have good, you have bad. You have up, you have down. You have left, you have right. Law of polarity. One of the universal laws. We need to tune ourselves to this knowledge so we can change how we see life. Because until we begin to change how we see life, we cannot change how we see ourselves. Or until we change the way we see ourselves, we cannot change our view on life. That's it. Until we change the way we look at ourselves, the way we view ourselves, the way we feel about ourselves. I watched some clips on the internet and some people were complaining like the country is too hard, people need to survive. And they are begging the same people who put them in this mess to take them out of it. And I'm like, what? How does that work? At least our ancestors knew better. They were being oppressed, yes. But they had hope that one day their children will rise up. But look at the children begging the same people who put them in the same state. That doesn't come from a place of love. It's coming from a place of trauma. They've lost confidence in themselves. Because if they knew who they were, they won't be begging. They would know that the power has always been with them all along. And the solution is not in being violent. It is in being strategic. When the enemy came with strategies. You want to solve that? Be strategic. But how do you become strategic when you don't even know how to move, where to go to? It starts with self. That's why you have to know yourself. Before you look for any money, before you look for any group, before you go and protest, before you do gathering, who are you individually? Oh, I'm a doctor, I'm an engineer, I'm a scientist. Is that who you are? That's what you do. That's not who you are. Who are you? Okay, I'm a Nigerian, I'm from Akwa Ibom State, that's not who you are. That was where you were giving birth to. Who are you? Oh, I'm the son of Mazi Okeke. Mazi Okeke is his own self. Who are you? What are you here for? What is the mission? Do you understand yourself? Do you know yourself? If you don't know yourself, how can you know your environment? How can you understand what's going on around you? It all starts with self-love. And you cannot love what you do not know. From birth, these people just they busy us. Nursery school, primary school, secondary school, university, masters, they even say there's PhD. And when you're done with all that, they busy you with work. Come work for this corporation, come work for that corporation. What are you building for yourself that you can leave for your kids? If you keep on earning a salary, the day you cannot earn a salary anymore, how do you survive? All these questions begin to pop up because you love yourself. You love yourself. You love yourself. You love the kids that come from you. And you will provide for them. And you will think for them. Being a salary earner isn't something you should be proud of. It means you are dependent. But if you say that in today's society, they'll be like, why are you mocking someone who has a job? He's doing well for himself. I'm not. But I'm simply calling it out that is not normal. And I don't know why you all see it as normal. Because if that company folds up, that man and his entire family is in problem. But do you know how you can never go wrong? By having your own food source. Where is the food source? The land. Where is the real wealth? The real wealth is not in paper money. I hope everybody's seeing that now. There's inflation, there's devaluation, there's... bro... The real wealth is not in money. It's in land. And your land is no longer yours. Are you seeing the problems now? Where do they find natural resources? Land. What appreciates with time? Is it money? Money depreciates over time. People don't think. They don't know. Gold, oil, all these things are found where? In the land. The same land the people are not even allowed to move freely in. They need visas to move in their own land. You have borders, you cage them up like prisoners. Listen. We need to wake up, oh. We need to see life for what it has become. We need to understand that life is deeper than just going through the motions. Hustling to survive, to eat, to sleep, to wake. Then to go to church and beg and pray. You call it prayer, I call it begging. You know why? Because it puts you in a state of low vibration. You're scared of hell. You're scared of being destroyed. You're scared of dying. If only you knew how many times your soul had gone through that process. You cannot fix anything until you fix yourself. You cannot know anything until you know yourself. And by self, I'm not talking about ego self. The ego self is the title. He wants the name of this. I want to be this. I want to be that. In short, it's not even I want to. I am a this. Do you know who I am? I am a doctor. Do you know who I am? Listen. I'm a pharmacist. Can you make those drugs you sell? Or do you just prescribe them? Do you import them? Do you manufacture them? Can you boast with your full chest? You know everything in there. You can't create anything when you don't know who you are. You can't love the world to give it your best when you don't even love yourself. My people perish for lack of knowledge. That's what the Bible says, right? I keep referencing the Bible, not because I'm a Christian. I'm just showing you what is in the book you carry, so you can understand that what I'm saying is not strange. You just don't think along those corridors. The only thing that will make you give yourself the best is when you love yourself. And you cannot love yourself when you do not know yourself. And you cannot learn to know yourself from the same people who made you lose yourself. You got to go elsewhere for that knowledge. You can't get it in school. You can't get it in the church. You can't get it in any organized, structured system owned by the colonizer. You can't. Why would he give it to you there? Why? You have to go within to get it. In your own quiet time, find a quiet place. Meditate. Go into nature. Walk barefooted on grass. You will realize that everything in the universe is communicating with you. Everything. From the grass to the rats to the monkeys swinging on trees. Everything they communicate. You've just been the only one not in sync. But it's okay. Because we have time to fix it. But before we get angry and blame somebody else for causing what's going on today, let us be accountable by starting with ourselves. You want to fix the world? That's good. Fix yourself. When you're done fixing yourself, now talk to your friends, talk to your family. Start that way. By the time each family in each community forget about what you're complaining about, oh, things are hard because of the government, leave them alone. Hold yourself accountable. And what I'm talking about, it might not even have anything to do with money. Just how you see yourself will determine whether you're living in a paradise or you're living in hell. What did the Bible say again? About 10,000 will fall at your left and your right. Abi, yes, 10,000, Abi. That's it right there. But nothing will touch you. You know why? Because you're on the God frequency. Because you're in tune, you love yourself, God will provide for you. Abi? You will not lack. Because the whole universe here will be conspiring to bless you. Not because of what you do out of yourself, but for the way you treat yourself. For the way you love yourself. For the way you understand why things happen the way they happen. For the way you forgive easily. The way you overlook. The way you hold your own self is who you are holding accountable, not anybody else. People who focus on people, they never get to focus on self. And it's only a matter of time before people begin to see truly how a lot of leaders are not in tune with their self. Because if they are in tune with themselves, they won't do a lot of things they do. But that's a story for another day. Love yourself enough to be honest with yourself. Where do I start from? How do I do it? How do I show myself this self-love? Self-love and greed is not the same thing. No. I'm not saying, oh, because of I want to develop self-love now. Give me your ATM. Let me use your ATM to go and do skincare. That's self-love. That's not self-love. That's greed. Use your own money to go do your own skincare. That's self-love. Like, don't suffer somebody else because you want to enjoy. That's what I'm saying. Enjoy because you can enjoy. Then out of the abundance of your enjoyment, give other people enjoyment. You cannot give what you do not have. A lot of you looking for relationships left, right, and center. You cannot even hold one if you have it now. You know why? Because you don't even love yourself. You're looking for a man to love you. When you don't love yourself, loving yourself involves a whole lot more than cosmetics. Loving yourself is an inward journey. It radiates. People will see it on you. They can be able to tell that even if they say you're ugly, you know you're not. And by self-love, it doesn't have to do with only beauty. I'm talking about qualities here. I'm talking about your ability to lead. I'm talking about your truthfulness, your righteousness. You're chasing righteousness and all that things will be added. That's it. That's the God frequency. That's you connecting. To what? Dimensions, ancestors, spirit guides, angels. Connect with your frequency, not with somebody else's altar. Listen what I'm saying. Your body is a temple. The whole body is an altar. I'm not saying because your body is a temple and altar, I mean you can't have fun with it. You can't have a intercourse with a woman and have kids with it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying even when you do, because of how heavy you have now become, you leave a larger footprint. Let me give you an example. A lot of people walk through life, live through life, depressed, sad, unhappy. When you know who you are, and when you have learned to love who you are, you begin to take up more space. You step in a room, the frequency changes. People don't know what it is about you, but they know there's something about you. You're able to manifest faster. Whatever it is you want, provided it's high vibrational, because it can't be low vibrational because you're not there anymore. What I'm telling you, these are the benefits of being spiritual. It has nothing to being loyal to any human being. The connection is not between you and man. It is between you and spirit. You and your ancestors. You and source. It's a personal connection. Then when you've gotten that personal connection now, you can now begin to share it. Spread it. But until then, if you try to spread it impromptu, or you try to spread it unprepared, or when you're not fully aligned, it might cause some mistakes, like ego, like pride, like anger, like jealousy. For you to radiate that frequency, it means you're trying to attract other people on that frequency to you. That's what it means. And when you attract people and then you attract them to hurt them, what do you think that does? So let us show love for others by loving ourselves. When you love yourself enough to vibrate on the level of love, you can give it freely. This is the difference between real love and fake love. Fake love drains you. Real love, it replenishes you, because as you're doing that for others, they are doing it for you too, and it begins to become like, it's a cycle. It flows. It flows. That's how you heal society. That's how you heal community. That's how you heal the problems that we have in today's world. But by the time this tribe is saying, I'm better than you. This other tribe is saying, I will not listen to you. This other one is saying, there is still division. And provided we are divided, how can we stand? Let us learn to love ourselves. Let us start making the right decisions today. It's not by trying to make decisions for a community. It's by making a decision for yourself. Because when you love yourself, you cannot hurt others. They only hurt themselves with whatever ill intentions they bring. But provided you're on the frequency of love, you can be able to bless others with it. And they'll bless you too. Have a nice day.